guys, it's me again. This is going to be my second vlog. I just wanted to say before I start that if you hear anything or see anything, this is why. This is my daughter, look at the camera. This is my daughter, this is Isabel. She's 2 years old and she's the one that I mentioned. If you hear anything, it's because she's not due a nap yet and I've got no one to look after her whilst I make this video, so she's going to be in the background, aren't you? You gonna say hi? Say hi to the camera. Say hi. No, okay, she's gone. So, guess what? I'm pregnant! I know! I've only done one vlog. This is my first ever trying to conceive vlog and I can't carry it on because I'm pregnant. But it's not a bad thing. Yeah, so I'm pregnant. I'm about 4 weeks and 2 days. So, wow. I can't believe it, to be honest. I'm just shocked. To be honest, I knew I was because of all the signs and symptoms that I've been getting. I knew that I was pregnant. But I didn't want to say anything before I got a positive test. If any of you have watched my last video, it was my Q&A for my trying to conceive. To cut it all short, basically we've been trying to conceive since end of August, start of September last year. And then I got pregnant in end of October, start of November, and I had a miscarriage at the end of December, on the 22nd of December last year. And as soon as I had my first cycle after that, we started trying again, and then all of a sudden this month we got a positive. Yeah, and like I said before, I've got a 2-year-old daughter as well called Isabel, who you just saw. So life's good at the minute. Okay, I wanted to show you, I've been using the OV app, you can see there. Here is my calendar from this month. Don't know if you can see it, but I started my period on the 4th of last month and it was only there for 4 days. I had my fertile period on the 10th and I think I ovulated on the 15th, so it worked. Oh, I'll show you my temperature chart as well. I knew I was pregnant from the temperature chart because it was high and it stayed high and it didn't move. And it really shocked me actually. If you can see, my temperature went really high and it stayed high, which is what's supposed to happen when you're pregnant. So it worked. So like I said, I ovulated on the 15th, so I'm guessing that's when we conceived. I implanted on the 24th of April, which was 9 days past ovulation. And I know that because that's when I had my most symptoms. I had cramps, had like pinching cramps in my uterus on the left hand side, the same side where I ovulated on. I had really bad headaches, like really bad headaches, and I had nausea for that one day only. It was the strangest thing, but I knew after we found out I was pregnant that must have been the day that I implanted, because I got a positive test a couple of days after that, and it takes about 24 to 48 hours for the HCG hormone to show on tests. So I thought that must have been the day. If you hear something in the background as well, Isabel's watching YouTube on her tablet, so try and ignore that. How I found out. So, tests. Test. Look how many I've got. This is how insane I've been going on tests. And I said in my last vlog actually that I wasn't going to go mad on them, but it kind of failed. It's very hard because a lot of people couldn't see them on the tests, but in person you can.
Mummy.
Yeah?
Yes.
What? Oh, do you want me to turn the volume, the brightness up? There you go. Okay. I've got a test here. Don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. This was the 11 DPO. I don't know if you can see the line. That was 11. 13 DPO. 14 DPO. I also took a digital, which did say pregnant 1 to 2, but obviously they cancelled themselves out after a couple of days, so you can see that. Talking about now how we told people, my mum has been following me through the trying to conceive journey since it started, so she knew. I told her straight away, basically. She kind of knew anyway, she kind of like guessed. and like saw things around the house and kind of clocked onto it. So she knew pretty much straight away. We're waiting on a t-shirt to be delivered to put on my 2-year-old daughter, which has like, it says on it like I'm going to be a sister or something on it, and we're going to wait until we get that, and then we're going to announce to everyone else. We're going to let her run around and see who spots it first. But my partner's mum, my mother-in-law, she knows as well. I stupidly wrote pregnant on the calendar on the day that we found out, and she came round and she saw it, so my bad. But that's fine. Obviously we're going to let people know early anyway, because I want people to follow me through this journey. So, right, so signs and symptoms. My first symptom that I had was a high temperature. From the day that I ovulated onwards, I had my normal temperature is about 35.7 or 8 centigrade, and when I ovulated it was 36, and then it stayed up and it fluctuated between 36 and 36.6. So that's quite high for me. Before I implanted, which is, I didn't have any symptoms before 4 DPO. So between 4 and 8 DPO, I had cramps, which were more like I was going to come a period kind of cramps. They weren't painful. It was just the odd cramp, and obviously you can't distinguish that between a period or being pregnant. I had gas, quite a lot of gas, TMI. I had cold and flu symptoms. Now that was strange because it started off like when you wake up in the morning when you think you've got a cold, and then it didn't turn out to be anything, and that's what I had for a few days. I just had like the start of something, but nothing happened. I've had not actually had sore boobs as such. It's been more slightly tender breasts but sore nipples, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have had tender boobs, but not a lot. Left pelvic pain. So when I ovulated, I obviously had the left pelvic pain. I also had a little bit on the right a couple of days before, so I was confused at first of when I ovulated, but I think it would have been on the left hand side because it was stronger as well. And I had like the cramps that I had were on the left hand side as well, so I'm guessing that was linked to being pregnant. Acne, I've had a bit of acne. I always have acne on and off just before I'm about to come on period, so that's normal for me. Fatigue. Oh, I've been so tired. With my last 2 pregnancies, I've always had morning sickness really early on, about 4 weeks onwards, and tiredness has just got me. I've had 1 day of morning sickness on the day that I implanted. I don't think it was morning sickness. I think it was just my body reacting to the implantation. But no, fatigue, tiredness has just got me like every day. So then after I implanted, so from 9 to 11 DPO, before my positive test, I've had pinching cramps like I said when I implanted, a bit of nausea, more fatigue, cold symptoms. I had a headache, really bad headache on that day, it was really bad, acne, and I had no appetite as well. Then I got my positive test on the 26th of April, which was 11 DPO, and then I also tested with a digital on the 29th when I was 3 weeks and 4 days, and it said 1 to 2 weeks pregnant, so it was right. That's before I found out I was pregnant, and now I am pregnant, now I know. Week 3 that I was pregnant, I had like fatigue, appetite decrease. I had 1 day where I had a heightened smell. It was very strange. We were at a restaurant at a carvery, and we sat down and all I could smell was oregano. Just the herb, oregano. All I could smell was oregano. Everywhere I went was just oregano. And I said to my partner, I said, "Can you smell that?" And he was like, "What are you on about?" I was like, "I can smell oregano." He was like, "No, I can't smell anything." So I was there like, okay. But I knew I was pregnant, so I thought, it must be my heightened smell. It must be, because no one else can smell it. I've had mood swings as well. Quite a lot of mood swings. I'm quite moody anyway, but I've had a lot of mood swings. Backache, bloating. I look about 12 to 16 weeks pregnant at the minute because of my bloating. It's not a bad thing. I embrace pregnancy, I embrace the bump. But obviously because I'm only 4 weeks, it's a bit premature. Frequent urination, I have that every so often. I have like urges to have a drink, so I drink like bottle after bottle after bottle of water, and then after, obviously, I need to go to the loo. No, it's not been that bad at the minute. Pre-pregnancy weight is 9 stone and 2 ounces. That is quite high for me. People watching this are going to think that's not high at all, but for me, I've always been around 7 or 8 stone, and at the minute I'm like a stone or 2 higher than I normally am. I've always been quite small, but now after having my daughter, I'm 9 stone 2. I want to try and track my weight throughout the pregnancy. My vitamins that I'm using Pregnacare Max. With my daughter, I had the Pregnacare, but I didn't have the Max one. But with this pregnancy, I'm a bit kind of anxious about everything, so I want to get everything right this time. So I thought I'd go for the expensive Pregnacare Max, which has got, you take 2 of the big, huge tablets that I choke on every single time I take it, and omega-3 tablet as well. And like I said in my last video, I'm using this tummy butter. I've been using it since, well, we were trying to conceive. I've got some from when I was pregnant with Isabel, but I'm gonna be using this every day, every single day until I'm pregnant, until I have the baby, probably afterwards as well. Yeah, that's it guys, I'm pregnant. I'm 4 weeks and 2 days pregnant. I won't be posting this now, I'll probably be posting it in a couple of days, because we're going to wait until everyone knows, just in case someone finds this video. I wanted to wait until my family knew, but I do hope to get a video up every week of my pregnancy, so I'll probably do another one at 6 weeks, and then do every week from then, because when I'm 6 weeks, everyone will definitely know that I'm pregnant. So I'm going to start at 6 weeks and go up, hopefully. If it becomes too much, I am probably going to do every other week, so I'll do 6, 8, 10, 12 instead, because you might see a bit more of a difference then as well in my symptoms and everything, and my bump. Talking of my bump, I will do a bump video now, and I'll show you my bump. Okay, so this is with the t-shirt down. Obviously, I'm only 4 weeks, so there's not going to be a massive bump. It's just bloat at the minute, so this is with my t-shirt on, and then with my t-shirt down. Okay, it's just bloat at the minute, it's nothing exciting. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video, and please like, subscribe, because I will hopefully be putting out loads of videos every week, once a week, and you can follow me through this exciting journey. Thank you for watching, and please leave a nice friendly comment down below. Thank you, bye!